Hey guys, welcome to the latest edition of the Young Team. You join us just after the 2023 January transfer window, so we do have a lot to cover in this episode. We'll have the roundup of all clubs' transfer dealings, what we've done in the month of January in terms of matches played. Could we beat Lowly and Athletic? I don't want to talk about it. And yeah, just generally seeing why we now have 2.4 million bank balance and an actual transfer budget for once. So let's explain that. Let's go straight into the business of January. And as you can see, quite a good bit of recruitment from Ibrahima Diallo coming in a free transfer. I like him. He's got a few attributes there that lead a good bit of potential. Good dribbling, finishing, and first touch. Good composure. A couple of good mentals as well. If we can get him developing mentally, then I feel there's a lot of goals in this guy who previously played for Juventus at youth team level. That's someone that's pretty good. The reason for all the signings, you can probably notice, is we did cash in on one of our upcoming prospects. Ross Stewart was the man that went. 2.9 million plus a sizable sell-on clause. So if he does well there, that's going to certainly protect the long-term future of the club. But I tried to get a bit more for him, but there was no real market for him apart from Southampton. So he's away there. That funds a lot of our business. People that are pushing for the first team, like Martin Innes, Phil Hillcoat, Lee Arthur and Chris Donaldson are all out on loan, with Hillcoat and Arthur pairing up at Partick Thistle. Of course, the extended budget did allow us to be a bit of recruitment. Jimmy Ferguson has come in. He's just a 16-year-old that we signed from Cowdenbeath. Raw attributes there, but certainly someone I feel can develop into a good player. Richard Tate came back. Why not? I know he's 33, but you get a bit of experience, you get versatility, and for 40 grand, far less than we sold him to Aberdeen, so I just felt like it was a good steady hand to bring in. And we'll probably let him go at the end of his contract. We also, in a free transfer, got Ryan Porteous. He had just finished a short-term contract at Partick Thistle, and I just felt like he's usually rated quite highly in FM. You know, he does the three core basics of heading, marking, and tackling. Passing's okay. Mentally, there's a good bit of stats there. Some could work on, but yeah, he's in a good position. Certainly someone to give us another body at the back. Andrew Jarman comes in, another centre-back option, just to really competition for places. He's a bit raw, but I like his mentals, so I feel like he's someone we can certainly, hopefully, develop. Same again, someone that I felt had good potential, someone we could possibly thrust into the first team. Again, I was impressed with the mental and the physical side rather than the technical. I think he's someone that's going to end up being really good in this, so it would be nice to have him at one stage in Mark Farquhar. Then you have to sign someone with your own name, so that was the reason why Lee Maxwell is here. Why not sign him? I can play for Motherwell and pretend this is me. But yeah, got him fair, 20 grand, a few decent attributes. Might play a couple of games near the end of the season. The one that was a big shock was Kingsley Michael. Good box-to-box midfielder, a lot of promising attributes there. And I just felt like it was someone that can certainly offer a different dimension in the middle of the park. Of course, only Mark Farquhar will play tonight, but the rest will be floating about on the bench to give them opportunities. Also, Scott Wright has signed a pre-contract agreement to go to Charlton, so he could be looking at getting a decent move. Alan Campbell's a bit unhappy, but we never get a proper decent bid from Norwich. So that was our business. So it's pretty okay. There's still money in the bank, so we can certainly look to recruit well, hopefully, for the following season. Raith Rovers just with the one signing, Lewis Watson on loan from Aberdeen. Rangers, just the one signing as well. They brought in from Torino, Reza Dormisi, who is a left wing back. He's alright. Not good stats there, maybe a bit iffy on the tackling, but let's be honest, he's not really going to be defending in Scotland. They're only out with Sam Forbes and loan to Hearts. St Johnstone, Roddy Baxter from Aberdeen is their only signing. Looks like a steady, good young player. Yeah, certainly a lot of prospect there. Players that left the club, Taylor Sheeran, so that really promising youngsters away to Hearts. Pretty decent there. And Suleiman Koulibaly is away to ASEC Mimosas. St Mirren, Tierno Barrow, Chelsea is in on loan, and a couple of outs there as well. Aberdeen, Conor O'Grady from Hamilton, centre back. He looks alright. I wouldn't say he's fantastic, but yeah, it's decent. A few people out there: Patrick Ziegler to Malmo, Gary Mackay-Steven away to Dunfermline and a few others we've already mentioned. Celtic, 3 signings for them. Just Casper Dolberg on loan, no big deal. We got him in from Leicester. Joel Abuhana is in from PSV. Yeah, pretty decent, yeah. Good pace about him, yeah. Could be a good acquisition. And Angelo Fulagini is in as well. Pretty good all-rounder there, the Ivorian from Angers in France. In terms of outs, you can see there they got a good bit of money for Malalambe. And they also got money for Thomas Vizcarra, who went to Cruz Azul just before the window opened here. So a good potential deal up to £12 million for a goalkeeper that barely played. How have they get a new gen in like that? How? I'm assuming they must have a feeder club in Mexico. Doesn't make sense. But they fluked that. Don't even have a Mexican manager, because the manager's been Yap Stam. That's a strange one. Anyway, continuing on, Dundee done no business in terms of Vins. Hamilton brought in Gary Gardner and Alex Pastor, so just people to cover gaps it seems, after obviously losing Conor O'Grady. And Hearts were really busy bringing in Sam Forbes from Rangers. Sheeran we've already documented. A couple more youngsters there, Ewan Valentine, Dean Holiday, Ben Cameron and Tanai Watson from Reading. In terms of outs, they made all their money with Colin Curry. A bit of money in as well for the likes of Sam Cosgrove, David Vanacek, thank God he won't score against me anymore, and Timo Stratavaski. Hibs recruitment was pretty much Tioan and Grenier from Montpellier. Young striker with a good bit of potential. In terms of outs, absolutely nothing. Inverness, Callum Semple from Hearts, Blair Spittle from Partick Thistle, and João Claudio Riculi, who they've brought in previously from Sampdoria. Not bad. Charlie Trafford off to SJK in Finland. It was going to be a Scandinavian country. It had to be Finland. So yeah, that was that. How have the matches went since you last joined us for that game against St Johnstone? Well, we actually got goals for once in a 2-2 draw against Celtic. Vakun Isuf Bayo with the opening goal. Then we went 2-0 down after he scored again. He's beginning to be the new David Vanacek. But Cian Flanagan and Greg Taylor with 2 goals. Taylor's right at the end to give us a point. Good win against Hibs. The last goal for us by Ross Stewart. Eamon Brophy making it 2-0. Fantastic. A trip to Aberdeen was unlucky. It was a late goal from Jimmy Barjonas, a screamer for about 30 yards. Just after Alan Campbell had been sent off. We then went into the Annan game full of confidence. Even rotated the team to give people game time. And we made an arse of it. Yet again, small team at home in the Scottish Cup. And I'm thinking, oh well, if it goes to replay, we'll pump them at the ground. And it didn't go to replay, and we bottled in extra time. So yeah, it is what it is. We just need to start taking these competitions seriously. And yeah, you can see there, Dallow puts his 1-0 up, Spencer scores, and then a late goal from Ricky Little. Sealed it. Was hoping for a response against St Mirren, didn't happen. McNulty put them 1 up. We scored through David Turnbull, and then unfortunately Greg Tansey with another late screamer, giving them the win. However, since then, form has been good. A 2-0 win against Rangers, Eamon Brophy and Ryan Hardy against his former club. And then a fantastic victory against Dundee, where Turnbull scored, as did Middleton twice, Brophy and Greg Taylor. After this match, I was approached by Newcastle. I did take the job, but that is on a separate save file, so it means I need to win the Champions League with Motherwell. I want a Champions League with Larne, and hopefully a Premier League title with Newcastle or another club in that save. I just haven't won the Premier League in this one, and I feel like if I can do that as well, that's all I need to do, and then done. And then Hearts, shite. Get rid of Vanacek, and Ikepezu decides he wants to be the guy that's gonna against us. Yeah, that's where we're at. So we're 4th in the table though. We have a match up against our local rivals, Hamilton Academicals. It's really tight now. 2 points between 4th and 7th, so we could somehow drop into the bottom half of the table. I want to try and get in Europe this year, surely we can. And if we do want to do that, then teams like Hamilton, we need to be beaten. So a few interesting choices. I've decided to give a few debuts, etc. We have went with Pop and Goal, Clark, Porteous, Dunn and Taylor at the back. Campbell will sit and then it'll be Cadden, Farquhar and Turnbull. Middleton on the left hand side with Brophy up front. Strong bench, Dowie, Tate, Michael, Hardy, Jarman, Flanagan and 17-year-old Grant Johnson who have started pushing in. He'll probably start next year. So yeah, people missing out, likes of Lee Wallace is done, Martin Boyle, Craig Halkett's just getting back to fitness, Scott Wright and Anthony McDonald. So hopefully we can kick on. And actually these kind of guys here, Reece McClear downwards, I'm going to put into the reserves and just try and get them some football. I just don't want them being knackered out because of lack of sharpness because they're not playing. So hopefully we get a good performance here. Hopefully debutants can do well. It's decent squad numbers, we'll go with that. And hopefully we can get our season back on track. Consistency would go a long way. And hopefully we can find it, but we'll see what happens. We'll see if some of the signings can do it as a turn here. We'll obviously go calm. And we'll just say they've lost 4 of their last 5. Hopefully we can cause them problems. So the chance out to Middleton. Ball in, Cadden. And it seems like he's crossed that across the keeper there. Slow that down a little bit so we can pick it up. Here's Gardner. Taylor wins it. It's a long direct ball. Gives us a chance to get back to our shape. Palmer, if we can win the ball, we're in a really good spot here. But I think it is going to be a Hamilton attack. Turnbull wins a rear header. There's Clark. Cadden's out wide, spotted by Turnbull. Cadden driving, he's got the options there. Oh, I don't know about that pass. Taylor, Middleton, good ball. Brophy, and that's just what you want against one of his former clubs, Eamon Brophy. Great ball from Glenn Middleton, and Eamon Brophy heads it home to put us in a good position against them from the other side, who incidentally have former Motherwell man Marvin Johnson, and of all people, remember Thierry Ambrose? He's rocked up there as well, so it's interesting the way Accies have went in this. They seem to have a lot of kind of foreign players in their team. Meanwhile, we've pretty much kept our team as domestic as we can. Apart from the keeper, but yeah, it's interesting. Here's Clark, that's a terrible... What is he thinking with that throw in? What is he actually thinking there? I wouldn't even blame the keeper, I wouldn't blame Alan Campbell. That's all on the right back there, and it gives a goal for Barrera. If you're making mistakes like that, what chance have you got? Turnbull plays it in, Brophy. Is it going to come back? Here's Farquhar. Turnbull. Farquhar. Greg Taylor. 6th goal of the season. Gotta love inverted wing backs. They just seem to score all the time. And that puts us 2-1 up against Hamilton. Perfect. And we've reached the half-time whistle. So a lot more of the ball. A few more chances, but I'd like us to be in a bit more of a dominant position. But I'll say I'm happy with the boys. And hopefully we can kick on. So I want to try and get this 3rd goal as quickly as we can. Because then it also gives you an opportunity to bring on some of the younger players that are sitting on the bench, might want to make a debut. But I think both teams have had a lot of fixtures recently, so it is meaning a lot of fatigue. So we'll hopefully make these changes and not make an arse of it. So Farquhar will come off, he'll be replaced by Michel. And actually take off Davy Turnbull and put on Grant Johnson. That's how much faith we're showing in him. And we'll just stick with the 2 changes at this moment in time. Have we got an actual chance? Nope, it was just taking its time there, but let's see what we can do. 7 minutes remaining. The good thing as well is we've got a wee gap established because it seemed with the game in hand on some. There's Porteous, back to Pop, just get rid of it. Taylor. I did say I felt like he was going to be a stellar signing, and I think if you can just start putting the right pieces together, then this could be a really, really good team. So Taylor, man of the match. You can see in the second half a lot more chances than Hamilton. Retained the possession more than they did. And yeah, a couple of people making debuts. Came out of it very pleased with a fantastic 3 points there. So we'll crack back to the good old main screen, our inbox, and we'll see the aftermath of the game and really how we're looking going forward. what we can believe isn't a positive thing to look at. Are we going to have a bit of belief we're going to finish high or what we're going to do? So you can see the 5 clear Aberdeen, we've got a game in hand. 4 clear of Hearts and St Mirren. Hearts with a game in hand. Puts us in an okay position. So we just go to our schedule. We've got to try and make these matches count. Raith, Inverness, St Johnstone, just right off the Celtic game. And then a pretty tricky March, but if we can make 3 of the 4 games count, I'd like to think we're in a good position to be in the top 6. And then we can see what happens for there. Hopefully we'll get into that Raith game a bit fresh because there's no cup game, because we're shocking in the cups. But yeah, I'm optimistic this is the year we can at least get in a good position. And then I'll be at a stage where contract status 6 months, and we'll see who we can look to recruit. And you can tell I was looking for loans recently. Some of these people, obviously, Matt Ritchie's not going to be signing, but there is people we can certainly look to recruit. And I just want to make sure, because it has been a couple of days since I've been on, we do have some people coming in on pre-contracts. That's my bad. Yeah, Niklas Frisch is coming in from Mainz. I think you can all agree. Looks damn good. There's a lot of things he can improve on technically, but mentals and physicals in a good position. We are losing Scott Wright, as I said, and we are bringing in Dapo Mabudi from Rangers, someone I just feel electrifying pace, good bit of finishing. Again, if we can work on the mental side, he's someone I think we can cash in on. He's also got versatility. We've been able to play on either side as well, so one to look out for when we reach 2023. But that's going to be it for this episode. Cheers for watching, much appreciated, and hopefully in a good position when you join us next time. So let us know how you're feeling about the football season. Are you confident with the way it started, the way it's going? What are your thoughts for FM20, or maybe some features revealed? I'm trying to convince myself I'm not getting it, but still happily we'll look in to see what they're bringing, etc, etc. And yeah, cheers for watching, take it easy, and hopefully I'll see you next time for the Young Team. Bye bye.